friends, welcome back to my channel, and for those of you who are new here, my name is Lisa Lyons. I am an etiquette coach, a wedding planner, and an overall lifestyle content creator. I am so happy to have you here. So I feel like, I wanted to start this vlog yesterday, but we had an unexpected national holiday because Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce got engaged yesterday, and when I tell you the adrenaline spike that I had yesterday sent me to the next stratosphere, I'm not kidding. I woke up with a headache today. So I'm kind of nursing like this post TNT, those of you Swifties know what that means, hangover, and trying to catch up today. Also, when I woke up this morning, I feel like fall has arrived here in Traverse City. It was 45 degrees this morning when I woke up. It warmed up, it got up to about 70 today, but I can even notice that some of the leaves are changing and it's really quite beautiful. But most importantly, my parents rolled into town late yesterday evening, but it was late yesterday evening. It was close to midnight. And those of you who know me, I am an early riser. I usually wake up between 5 and 5:30. So today was a little bit rough. So I'm on the struggle bus, but one of the first requests that my father had was, well, my mother on behalf of my father, because she's trying to get him to be healthier, is a tomato soup that I have been making for him for years now. But this started from years ago when I was plant-based. So for those of you who don't know, I am vegetarian pescatarian now, but I was plant-based for about 6 years. And I used to make this soup, and when he would help me with odd jobs around the house, and this is before I met Mr. Lyons, and he just loved this soup. And I don't know when he realized that it was completely vegan, but he loved it. And so my mother asked me to make it today. So we are going to do that, and I can't wait. I'm gonna make him help me this time. So let's see if he rises up to the challenge. So with that, and since it seems to be like sweater weather and cozy season, and I'm making soup, I thought that towards the end of this video, we could talk about soup etiquette. So welcome back to the channel. I can't wait to have you join me this week, and let's go make some soup. It's just the onions, the garlic, the pepper.
What kind?
Whole tomatoes, and I think these are the best, the San Marzano.
And the spices consist of what?
Dried basil, oregano, I gave you more red pepper, and salt.
Okay.
And then this is what makes it creamy. This is what makes it vegan.
Cabbage.
Cauliflower.
Cauliflower.
Saute onion and garlic. That pan should be hot, hot, hot. With
Before
the oil.
you start.
Yeah, when you put it in, it should be like, it's in the soup, but we won't need it. And then to make it feel cheesy, this is nutritional yeast, and that's what gives it a cheesy flavor too. Oh, you're gonna go back a new man.
Excellent. Excellent. Looks good. You have to move it around at all so the bottom doesn't burn.
Yeah, why don't you do that? Give it so nothing sticks to the bottom.
Yeah. I never thought I'd like cooking, but I think the best part of cooking is tasting it.
And eating it after. I think it's relaxing. That's why I wore all black. Bon appetit.
What lake is that across the street?
That one is the west arm of Traverse Bay. etiquette coming, but look a moment for this bowl of soup, shall we? Look at that. Okay, we are back, and we are back for the good stuff. I mean, literally and figuratively, the good stuff. This is that soup I made with my dad, and now that he's had an opportunity to enjoy it, I thought now was the perfect time to get to the real reason for this whole video, which is soup etiquette. So first, we're going to start by putting our napkins on our lap, my napkin on my lap. Here, I have my soup spoon, and you can see here that I have the soup in a soup bowl, of course, and on a plate. I say this to say, when you want to rest or put your soup spoon down, you would always put it on the plate here, right? Now, if I didn't have the plate, for instance, this way, what I would do when taking a break is rest the spoon on the bowl here. You never want it to, this one fell here, so it's not a proper soup bowl, but you would never want to just sort of rest your spoon in the bowl like this, because at any given time, it can swerve, it can potentially create a mess, and again, it's just not proper etiquette. So this is why I tend to, 9 times out of 10, serve soup with a plate underneath. I like the aesthetics a lot better, and it's just a whole lot cleaner when resting the spoon. The reason why we rest the spoon either on the plate or on top of the bowl here, or rest it on the bowl, is because we would never want to put a soiled utensil back on a table and or tablecloth. So what we have here is that creamy tomato soup, again, that I made with my dad, but I put some croutons in here to serve 2 different purposes and illustrate 2 different methods of enjoying your soup properly. By the way, these croutons are homemade sourdough croutons, and you may be sick of me talking about my homemade sourdough, but I'm not sick about talking about it. So anyway, what we're going to do now is, after we're holding the spoon, is we're always going to spoon away from us, so in this motion, to enjoy the soup. Now, if this is piping hot and this is pretty hot, what you want to do is just let the steam rise, let it cool off just by it resting over the soup bowl like this. I don't want to start blowing like this because A, that's not very chic, is it? Also, we don't want to potentially blow the soup and splatter on anyone else or soil the table or even ourselves. So now that it has cooled off, I'm going to take, since this is the creamy soup, I'm going to take it from the side of the spoon. Like so. Now I'm going to take one of these delicious croutons to illustrate if this was, say, a chowder or something like that. And again, same thing, I would spoon away from me here. Get that in there, but because this is chunky and it either has potatoes or, in this case, a nice toasty piece of sourdough, you can now put the spoon towards you and enjoy it that way. Now, there is much debate on dipping your bread in your soup bowl. I regret that Mr. Lyons is not here for these demonstration purposes. This is a long-running, jokingly, but a long-running argument in our house. His argument, now first of all, you should not dunk your bread in your soup or in your sauce or anything like that. Again, not elegant. Mr. Lyons' reasoning here is, why would they invent bread bowls? He thinks because they invented bread bowls, it's perfectly acceptable to do that. But in all honesty, if I'm going to teach you the correct way to do things, the proper thing to do is to not dunk your bread in your soup. But you know what? I'm at home. This soup is delicious. Did I mention the sourdough is homemade? And so you know what? I'm going for it. Because while I want to show you the proper way to do things, I also want to be very real with you. This is how I enjoy it at home. And it's delicious. How can you deny that? However, if I'm in public or in a restaurant or entertaining someone or with friends, I certainly would never do that. But hey, this is Girlfriend's Guide to Etiquette, and I'm here to serve you. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me this week. This was a really fun week having my parents in town. We did so many things. We did a lot of home cooking. We went to wineries, we visited lighthouses, and it was just really, really great having them here with us in Michigan. So if there's anything else you want to see in terms of etiquette and you'd like for me to cover in next week's video, or videos thereafter, I'm more than happy to do it. It's what I live for. I love it. And if you made it this far, go ahead and comment crouton, and I'll know that you made it. Anyway, I look forward to having you join me next week in my antics, and I'll see you next week. Thanks for joining me here on the channel. Bye.